Hi, hello, and good morning to you, my gingerbread baklava triple-tiered tea trays of Petit Fours. Coffee cheers to you. It is I, Hallie, with today's weekly reading book review. For those of you brand new here, who may have found your way here from the Laura Zimmerman birthday giveaway, welcome. As I mentioned, maybe, I am Hallie. Art moniker Hal the Gal is why my handle is a little awkward. Nickname my Aunt Seuss gave me at age 2 or less. Anyway, coffee cheers to you. Every Monday morning we talk about books. It's posted here first on Instagram, and then it's also posted on my YouTube and my blog on my website. So wherever you're joining from, a very good welcome to you. So first off, we're going to talk about the books I finished this week and then other stories I may have consumed or may consume next. Cool? All right, so pour yourself a cup of coffee should you like to talk about books and stories. And here we go. The first book I finished this week, which I can now return to my friend Taylor, who lent it to me. This is A Wizard's Guide to Defensive Baking by Kingfisher. Prolifically published. However, this one went on sub so many times, she decided to self-publish it, and I love it. It does have a hard place to fit. It's appropriate for advanced middle grade readers, also like clean YA, but also very entertaining for grown-up adult fantasy cozy mystery readers. So there is a political scandal, there is light magic that's not hard to follow, and great characters, adventure, snarky narrator. It was great. So wherever you fit on that reader spectrum, recommend A Wizard's Guide to Defensive Baking. Well done. Okay, the next one I finished is not out in bookstores yet, but coming, I think they moved it up to September instead of October because of buzz. This is Lost Souls Meet Under a Full Moon by Mizuki Tsujimura. Oh boy, trying to read it backwards. Tsujimura, yes. This is Japanese fiction and translation. Like Before the Coffee Gets Cold, there are little like short stories of people who want to meet someone, in this case, that have already passed to the afterlife. And the rules are that person can only meet one person and vice versa. So you can only request one person. They can say whether or not they want to see you because they only get to see one person after they've died. Okay. Anyway, and then what was cool about this one was at the end, after you've had all these little short stories of different characters who need to meet someone that's passed in different circumstances, we also get the go-between's point of view for how he came to get this power, family inheritance, and his perspective on all of the people he's helped meet other people. So loved that part about it. Also love this cover, and it makes even more sense now that I've read it. I love it. So yeah, just the color scheme and the graphic and I love. So Lost Souls Meet Under a Full Moon, out from Scribner this fall. Thoroughly enjoyed Mizuki Tsujimura. Thank you. Okay, the next one I read, this is the Dollhouse Academy by Margarita Montimore. She also wrote Acts of Violet, Una Out of Order, you may have heard of. This is her new one that came out earlier this year in 2025. And yes, I have stuck still in my head the song from Hairspray, Someone Get Me Out of the Big Dollhouse, Dollhouse. Anyway, that one. So Dollhouse Academy is not about Hairspray or Broadway musicals, but it is about kind of like a, you know how in Korea they have like idol factories, from other fiction I've read, training the next pop stars and putting groups together. This is kind of like that, like the old MGM Hollywood studio system where they had their own writers, producers, and stars that they had under contract for a set number of films. But this one's a little more nefarious. It is in upstate New York, and they may or may not be doing scientific experiments on the people who get into the dollhouse. And there's a hit TV show that's been on for 16 years in the dollhouse. And no spoilers, but it's kind of like if you mix the Hollywood studio system with a cult and some scientific sketchy practices. Make sense? So let me know if you need spoilers or trigger warnings on that one, but it was really enjoyable. There was no violence or anything. There was just a few cusses, but heavy topic. Worth pondering. So anyway, thoroughly enjoyed and love the cover and colors. Dollhouse Academy, Margarita Montimore, out now from Flatiron. Okay, so remember last week, I highly recommended to you Spring, Summer, Asteroid, Bird by Henry Lean. So good, nonfiction about the art of Eastern storytelling. So one of the stories he mentioned in this book was this film, Your Name, a Japanese anime movie done almost a decade ago, I think. I'm not going to be able to read that tiny print right now. So good. I also downloaded some of the music and added it to my writing playlist. It's like jaunty piano and strings, or like very dreamy, and I just downloaded the non-stressful and non-words, no lyrics songs for us. But anyway, this was beautiful to look at, really intriguing storytelling. Again, no spoilers, but he covers it in here. And I do love a spoiler before. I sometimes don't know what I'm walking into, but this was, anyway, yeah, let me know. But it was really beautiful. I will probably watch it again before I take it back to the library. So anyway, loved that. And its music, amazing. Okay, I also, non-book, but went to 2 shows last week. The first one I saw was 12th Night, and the other one I saw was The Life of Pi, Broadway production here in Greenville. I will not talk about them right now because I hope to blog about it in the next couple of weeks, along with some other theatrical events I've seen. Okay, that was my weekend stories. Currently reading The Magic Paintbrush. This is by Zhang with Eric Darnell and art by Phoebe Zhong. I started this before bedtime, and I've already made great progress because it's art. It's easy to follow magic. It's a girl who has to stay with Lau, her grandma, as her parents go on an Arctic cruise for spring break, and she finds and accidentally breaks a paintbrush, but somehow it heals itself. And then when her grandma gives her a new sketchbook, she paints a picture of her childhood imaginary friend, and poof, he comes to life and things are happening. So this is The Magic Paintbrush. Random House sent this to me, as well as its sequel. So I'm so excited. Not sponsored, just happen to get free books sometimes to share with you, and I'm thoroughly enjoying this one. Also, my Insta buddy, Siomon blurbed it, so yay! Okay, reading next. Maybe, you know, I have a ginormous pack stacks of to-be read books, but here's what might hit the list. This just came out last week. This is Shea Ernshaw's paperback edition of Long Live the Pumpkin Queen, as well as, I didn't bring it over here to show you, but you may have caught it in my stories this weekend. Megan Shepherd wrote the sequel, and I got that signed from Malaprops up in Asheville because she did a signing there for the sequel. It's in hardcover, but also has various editions across different, not realtors, retailers. There you go. I know there's a Walmart edition and a Barnes & Noble special edition, that one too, with gorgeous edges. Mine doesn't have sprayed edges, but it has her signature and my name in it, so I love it. Okay, anyway, so might read that. Looking forward to it. Nightmare Before Christmas is not my favorite, but I do love these authors, and we need more Sally in the world, so there she is. Okay, I didn't read yet. Henry VI, Part 1, 2, and 3. I should have pulled it for you. Where is it here? Oh, you can't see it. It's off camera, but it's right there. Every time, so this year, in 2025, I'm reading through all of Shakespeare's plays alphabetically according to the Cambridge Shakespeare Guide. And next, in my read-through, I'm in the King Henrys. So King Henry VI, Parts 1, 2, and 3. And even the Cambridge Guide is like, hey, it's confusing, and nobody performs them separately. They condense them because everybody's against everybody, and there's conspiracies, and the crown's just getting moved around, and so good luck to me. I will read it. I do read the Folger Shakespeare editions because they give a nice little recap of what's about to happen in the scene. So it's not that I'm a Shakespeare genius and understand everything they're saying. It's just I like the language. It just tastes good, even in my head. So that's why I love Shakespeare. So we're trying to get through the political plays as soon as possible to get back to ones I'm more familiar with and love and adore. But I do love finding random quotes out of context and then writing those in my Shakespeare 25, Brush Up Your Shakespeare 2025 journal. Okay, so anyway, I gotta get these off my lap. Talk about just a couple more. So the book club I run monthly, 2 weeks from Wednesday, we are covering A Tree Grows in Brooklyn. I haven't decided yet if I'm gonna read a brand new copy to make notes in or read the copy I first read many decades ago, but I know that's like a 500 pager, so I need to start that this week so I can have some insightful questions for the group. Also picked off the TBR this morning because Night Before Christmas books had me in the dear God, help us in this oppressive oven storm soup of humidity that is South Carolina in July, and bring us fall and winter. I would love to feel cold again. So picked up Witchwood. This is a Ravenfall novel number 3 from Kaylin Josephson. I don't know why I'm trying to talk so quickly at you today, but might read Witchwood for those cozy fall vibes. And this one's just been calling my name. It's a fabulist, fairy tale, grown-up fiction. I can't wait. So this is Black Woods Blue Sky by Eowyn Ivy. I need to read that one. You know, sometimes I pick up adult fiction last, but I always get sucked in once I start it, so I just need to start that one. And again, it looks a little more cozy winter than the blargness that is the oppressive heat. So, coffee cheers to you. Let me know what stories you're reading, loving, enjoying, listening to. My podcast today as I hit the studio shall be, of course, Monday mornings What Went Wrong podcast. They're covering Braveheart, which I've never seen, never will see, because everyone's death and fighting and yelling and screaming and cutting each other's heads off, maybe. I don't know. I'll never know. But I do love a behind the scenes and what went wrong. So anyway, carry on. I love you. Have a terrific week, and more art and stories from me soon. Oh, also, last PS, thank you so much for coming to my ego's defense for my story I posted yesterday when someone asked if I was a grandma. Yeah, so we'll talk about that later, baby. But thank you all for your messages. I will get back to you shortly. I appreciate you. Okay, coffee cheers to you. We'll talk at you later.